I'm writing this because I need someone to know what happened before I stop being able to tell it clearly. My name is Alex. I was 26 when it happened. Ethan was my roommate for 3 years, the kind of friend who becomes family without ever saying it out loud. We were both freelance motion designers, always one big project away from either making it or burning out completely. In spring 2024, we finally landed the one that changed everything, a 6-figure contract to animate an entire branding universe for a crypto company that was about to get bought out. We worked 16-hour days for 7 weeks straight. When the final files were uploaded and the money hit our accounts, we looked at each other like we'd just robbed a bank and gotten away with it. We needed to celebrate. Not beers in the living room celebrate. Real celebrate. Ethan found the party on a private Telegram channel. One of those you had to be invited by someone who was invited things. Warehouse in Bushwick, deep in the Hasidic part where the streets get quiet after 11 p.m. No name, no flyer, just coordinates and a time. Bring your own vibe, it said. We brought cocaine, weed, and the kind of reckless energy you only have when you're young and suddenly have more money than sense. We got there around 1:30 a.m. The building looked abandoned from the outside. Broken windows on the lower floors, graffiti that had been painted over so many times it looked like scar tissue. But when the side door opened, bass hit us like a fist. Inside, it was packed, maybe 200 people. No phones out. That was the unspoken rule. Everyone seemed to understand that whatever happened here stayed here. Lights were low, mostly red and violet strobes. The air smelled like sweat, fog machine juice, and something faintly chemical. We danced for maybe an hour, passing a joint, feeling like kings. Then Ethan nudged me and pointed toward the far wall. A guy was standing alone near a stack of unused speakers, mid-30s, clean-shaven, wearing a plain black hoodie and black jeans. Nothing flashy, but something about the way he stood, too still in a room full of movement, made him stand out. Ethan, who has always been the bolder one, walked straight over. I followed. The guy didn't smile when we approached. He just looked at us like he'd been expecting us. "You two look like you just got paid," he said, voice calm, almost gentle. Ethan laughed. "That obvious?" The man tilted his head slightly. "I can smell it on you. New money has a smell." We both laughed, thinking it was a line. He didn't laugh back. He reached into his hoodie pocket and pulled out a small glass vial, the kind people used to keep coke in back in the 90s. Inside were tiny red crystals, sharp-looking, like fragments of stained glass. "Redline," he said. "You want to feel what real speed is?" I asked the normal questions. "What is it? How much?" "Enough for both of you. No charge. Consider it a gift for people who finally won something." Ethan didn't even hesitate. "We're in." The man unscrewed the cap, the crystals caught the strobe light and threw red sparks across his fingers. He tapped out 2 small piles onto the back of his hand. We each snorted one. It hit fast, faster than anything I'd ever done. First came the rush, heart hammering, colors sharpening, every bass drop feeling like it was happening inside my ribcage. The room felt alive. The lights weren't just lights anymore. They were arteries pulsing red and violet across the walls. Ethan was grinning like a kid on Christmas. "Holy shit, dude, this is it. This is the one." We danced harder. Time started behaving strangely. Songs felt shorter, then longer, then they overlapped in ways that shouldn't be possible. I remember looking at my phone, 2:47 a.m., then again maybe 5 minutes later, still 2:47 a.m. The numbers hadn't moved. Ethan noticed it too. "Yo, time's fucked." We laughed about it, thought it was part of the high. Then he started staring at the strobe lights. Not dancing anymore, just staring. "They're counting," he said quietly. "What?" "The flashes, they're counting down." I looked up. The strobe was fast, maybe 120 BPM synced to the kick drum. Nothing unusual, but Ethan's face had changed. His pupils were huge, but the expression was focused, like he was reading something only he could see. I tried to pull him back into the crowd. "Come on, man, let's get water." He didn't move. "It's not that time is speeding up. It's that we're running out of time." That sentence landed differently than everything else that night. I felt cold air on the back of my neck, even though we were in a packed, sweaty warehouse. I looked around. The crowd was still moving, but something was off. People's movements seemed slightly delayed, like bad latency on a video call. A girl dancing near us blinked, and her eyelids closed half a second after they should have. A guy laughing opened his mouth too wide and held it there too long. Ethan grabbed my forearm, hard. "They're already gone," he said. "We're just watching the replay." I tried to laugh it off. "Dude, you're peeking way too hard." But he wasn't smiling. He started walking, not toward the exit, but deeper into the crowd. I followed because I didn't know what else to do. He stopped in the middle of the dance floor and looked straight up at the ceiling. There was nothing there, just exposed beams, hanging lights, darkness. But Ethan was staring like he could see through it. "It's coming from above," he said. "It's been coming the whole time. We just started running towards it." I tried to drag him toward the side door. He resisted. "I can hear it now," he whispered. "It's close." That was when I felt it too. Not a sound exactly, a rhythm, something heavy and inevitable, like a train still far away but already on your track. It wasn't in my ears, it was in my chest, matching my heartbeat, then slowly overtaking it. I looked at Ethan. His eyes were wet. "I'm sorry. I think I already lost." Then he started running, not toward the exit. He ran into the crowd, shoving people, ducking under arms, moving like someone being chased. I yelled his name. He didn't look back. I pushed after him. People cursed at me. Someone spilled a drink on my shirt. I didn't care. I lost him near the back wall. I spent the next 20 minutes searching, checking bathrooms, the smoking area outside, the hallway with the broken vending machines. Nothing. Around 4:10 a.m., I gave up and went home alone. I was shaking. The high was crashing hard. My heart still felt like it was racing someone else's race. I crashed on the couch without changing clothes. When I woke up, around 11 a.m., Ethan's bedroom door was open, bed made, phone sitting on the nightstand, plugged in, wallet next to it, keys in the bowl by the door. He was gone. I called him, straight to voicemail. Texted, nothing. Checked Find My Friends, his location was stuck at the warehouse address, frozen at 3:02 a.m. I went back that afternoon. The building looked even deader in daylight. No cars, no trash from the party, like it had never happened. The side door was padlocked. I walked around the block 3 times. Nothing. That night I couldn't sleep. Around 2:30 a.m., his phone, still on his nightstand, started playing something. I hadn't touched it. I walked over slowly. The screen was on, Voice Memos app open, one new recording, 4 hours and 17 minutes long, started at 3:14 a.m. the night before. I hit play. For the first few minutes, it was just breathing. Fast, panicked, footsteps on concrete, occasional whispers, "Keep moving, keep moving." Then his voice clearer. "It's still behind me. I can feel the air moving, like something big is pushing it." More footsteps, faster. "I think I'm in the L train tunnel. I don't know how I got down here." A long silence, just breathing. Then quieter. "It's not chasing me to catch me. It's chasing me so I'll keep running, because when I stop, it gets to finish what already happened." A sound like he tripped, a grunt, scrambling back to his feet. "I saw myself earlier, in the crowd. I saw me standing still while everyone else was dancing, and the me that was standing still didn't have eyes anymore." More running. Hours of it. Sometimes he cried, sometimes he laughed, this broken, hollow laugh. Around the 3-hour mark, he started repeating the same sentence over and over. "It's catching up. It's catching up. It's catching up." The last 20 minutes are just footsteps. Faster, faster. Then suddenly, they stop. A long silence. Then one last sentence, very close to the microphone. "I'm sorry, Alex. It was already over before we took it." A soft final exhale. Then nothing. The recording ends at exactly 7:37 a.m. Police found him 17 days later. Abandoned subway maintenance tunnel under Bushwick, almost 2 miles from the warehouse. No lights, no phone, no shoes. He was sitting against the wall, legs stretched out, head tilted slightly to the left like he'd fallen asleep. His heart had ruptured. The medical examiner said it looked like extreme, prolonged physical exertion, like someone who'd run a marathon every day for a week without stopping. Muscle tissue shredded, blood vessels in his chest and neck exploded. But the strangest part was the timeline. Rigor mortis, liver temperature, insect activity, everything pointed to him dying somewhere between 4 and 6 days before they found him, which would mean he'd been sitting there dead, while the voice memo was still recording his footsteps. They never explained it. They never explained how his phone got back to our apartment. They never explained why when I tried to delete the voice memo, it wouldn't delete. It just sat there on his locked screen, playing automatically every night at 2:47 a.m., the exact time the numbers froze at the party. I moved out 3 weeks later. I live alone now, Small studio in Queens, no roommates, no parties. But every so often, always between 2:40 and 3 a.m., I hear it. Footsteps. Not loud, not close. Just somewhere in the building. One floor below. One hallway over. Always moving. Always getting a little closer each night. I don't run anymore. There's no point. I already know how this ends. I felt it that night in the warehouse. The rhythm. The thing that was counting down. It wasn't counting to 0. It was counting to me. And when it reaches me, I won't have to run anymore because I'll already be sitting against the wall, eyes open, waiting for the footsteps to finally stop behind me.